All right, tell them what your name is.
Isaac Becker.
And where do you live?
In the Hickory area.
All right. All right, tell us what happened.
I was sleeping in my bed and I heard a huge thump. It was on the side of my house, and then I saw about 9 feet high. I saw the window, and then I saw yellow eyes. In the morning I walked out and I saw huge footprints.
Yeah, he did. He did. And they took pictures of those footprints. All right. Do you have a Bigfoot story?
I do.
Oh, wow.
My husband and I were driving in Louisville, North Carolina in 1976 on Charlottesville Road. We had an argument. I took my 1-year-old baby out of the car, and we started walking up the hill towards my sister.
A big one. Big argument.
And I heard this behind me, and I turned around, and I saw this massive, huge thing. It was just kind of rounded in shape. I'm quite tall, and it was much taller than I am. And I just ran to that baby. I haven't told a lot of people, now I have. Because I figured everybody would think I was crazy. But I know what I heard, I know what I smelled, and I know how it made me feel.
All right.
Bigfoot, nothing like that. Thought it was something storybook. I was hunting. I was 21 years old. I was sitting at a deer trail, and these deer would go in and out this trail. They go down and get water down this bank. Well, all of a sudden it was about, I got out there about 2:30 in the afternoon, and then didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing, and it's getting just about dark. And I was like, well, I just need to start heading back in. So I get up and I start to head back home while I'm getting my stuff ready, and the smell comes through the air. And I was like, what in the world is that? Then all of a sudden I hear these sticks popping and cracking. And so I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be a couple doe coming through there, you know, and then and I'm like, okay, hopefully I'll get something. Well, all of a sudden these trees start moving. And I'm like, okay, that's not normal, you know. And then they really start shaking, and there's a scream with a growl in it. And I was like, what in the world is that? And I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and I've got my gun up. I'm like, well, maybe there's a buck, something going on, you know. Maybe 2 bucks fighting over a doe. And as it came closer, these trees were really shaking. It sounded like stuff was falling behind me. And I got my gun up, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, what is that? As it got closer, it started getting more aggressive. It started really shaking trees, snapping it. And that's when I seen it about 30 yards away. It stepped in between these cedar trees, and was in between 6, 7 foot tall. And it was covered in dark hair. Couldn't tell if it was black or brown because it was dusty. You couldn't hardly see nothing. I was like, what in the world is that? And you're trying to figure out what it is when you're staring at it. It'll give you this I don't know how to explain it. You're looking at something that don't exist. And you're kind of like, what is it? But you're kind of scared too. And it lets out this big scream. I mean, with a growl in it. And I can't mimic it. It's like a high-pitched scream, but the growl is like with it was like, it sends chills through your body. And a huge stick comes flying by my head.
Okay.
And then I seen it coming towards me again, so I took off running. And ever since then, I've been doing nothing but researching Bigfoot.
Well, it was our freshman year, and we decided to come down here and hike at Tom Creek Falls. And so we were at the waterfall, and then we were like, well, we want to go up to the top level of it. So we kept walking on that trail, and there was like, it goes off in 2 ways after you cross that creek. And so we just went to the one on the left, and as we were walking, it just felt like something was just narrowing in on us, like, I don't know, it just felt like something was circling us the whole time. And then that's when Charlie saw like something over in the woods.
Yeah, so we just kind of stopped. I mean, it was getting late in the day anyway, and so we just looked around, and I don't know, like she said, we just had that feeling that there had been something there. And I mean, it's just the 2 of us. We were freshmen in college at the time, and So I glanced off into the woods a little bit and just kind of saw a dark figure, looked real hairy and everything. At first I kind of thought it was a bear, but it was pretty high up near the tree line. So the branches were probably 8-9 feet off the ground, and I mean it was moving right along near the branches. So I mean I didn't want to say, hey, I think it's Bigfoot, but I was like, hey, there's definitely something there. It's big, it's hairy, and so. And then I was just gone. I took off down that mountain. I said, bye.
And I had been on the road for a couple of days. I was south of Richmond, Virginia, and I was wanting to get off the interstate for a while, so I set my GPS to avoid highways. It was taking me on side roads. Came around the corner, and probably from here to the road right over there, I saw there was a sign there, and something standing in front of the sign. My first thought was it was the old fool, it was a bear standing up on his hind leg. But as I was looking at it, it turned to walk away. I was expecting to see it drop on all fours, go off in the woods, but it didn't. It was standing, its shoulders level with the top of the sign, its head above the sign. Instead of dropping on all fours, it turned and took a couple of steps on its hind legs, and there was a limb hanging in front of it, and it ducked its head, took its hand, moved the limb away, and stepped into the woods. And the last thing I remember seeing, it was, for some reason, I zeroed in on its hand. When it swung its arm back, it had fingers. It was a hand with fingers. It wasn't a paw, it wasn't claws, it was fingers. Turned around, went back, parked in front of the sign, got out of my truck, left the truck running, and I heard this noise. It wasn't a growl, it wasn't a scream, it was more like guttural gibberish type sound. And kind of like, of course, that might have been me, I don't know, it scared me so bad. But yeah, next thing I knew, I jumped in my truck, I panicked. I jumped in my truck and I took off. And, it had to be Bigfoot.